The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the Morning Crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
And it's Friday.
I created a monster, cause nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want shady, I'm chopped liver. Well, if you want shady, this is what I'll give you. A little bit of weed mixed with some hard liquor, some vodka that'll jumpstart my heart quicker than a shock when I get shocked at the hospital by the doctor when I'm not cooperating. When I'm rocking the table while he's operating. Hey! You waited this long to stop debating, cause I'm back, I'm on the rag and ovulating. I know that you got a job, Miss Cheney, but your husband's heart problem's complicating. So the FCC won't let me be, or let me be me, so let me see. They try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me.
Let's go. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And obviously, winter storm warning going on right now. And anywhere you can hear us in that entire range, whether it's, we're in Rensselaer, Indiana, or you are right downtown, it is pretty bad out there, and obviously worse in the Northwest Burbs. So I live in North Center, which is kind of like about a mile from Wrigley Field. In case the producer lives just about a mile from me. Guy always moves. Everywhere I move, he follows me and kind of gets right near me. And
Because he needs that ride.
Exactly. And then he's moving in with his girl this year, and he said, I'm really worried that I won't move near enough where you can continue to give me rides home. That's what he's worried about.
That's his number one concern.
It's his number one. But Kenzie lives out in Elgin. And
I do.
Yeah, so like right now, she's at her house working from home. Now, I just want to assure you the show is not going to change. It's going to be the same show today. It sounds like she's right in the room. If we didn't tell you, you wouldn't even know. But we wanted to say that because of the situation out there in Elgin right now, right,
know,
Kenzie?
it is nuts. And I feel like, I feel like Case and Brian totally didn't believe me. So I had to send pictures.
Yep.
But I mean, you've seen, you can't even see my patio.
Yeah.
Like you just see the top of furniture. We have, I would say, easily over a foot of snow already. And then, listen, the thing with Elgin is it's like farmy, right? So like it's like wide open spaces, call me the Dixie Chicks, and the wind's blowing everywhere, and like you can't see.
Yeah.
So I'm like, guys, I seriously, I don't think I can make it. Like I have to do it from home. I can't risk this.
Yeah, and you're right. Me and Case didn't believe you what was going to happen. But out there, because I woke up and I go into work, it wasn't even snowing at 3:45 this morning in the city, even though they're talking about all the disaster and like we knew what was going on with you out there in Elgin. And then now downtown, it is coming down like sideways. I can see, I can't tell how far it's stacking up right now. I know the city's supposed to get about 3 to 6 inches, and where you are, it's supposed to be over a foot by later today.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, the thing is that some people in the city were like, oh, the snowstorm actually didn't even happen on like Tuesday or whatever.
Are you talking about our boss?
Yeah. I'm calling him out. But it totally happened. And because out here, we already had a couple inches of snow. So even though like we're supposed to, like, we probably haven't hit a foot yet, just as of fresh snow, we definitely already have a foot as is because it's been accumulating from the snowstorm on Tuesday. So Tuesday wasn't super bad because you were starting with ground. It's hard when you're starting with snow.
Yeah. So you're going to go out there, that fresh powder, do a double fakie on your snowboard out there in the backyard?
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. So I actually feel like I'm decent. I'm really, really bad at skiing, but I'm decent at snowboarding.
Oh.
And we did not have a lot of money when I was growing up, so my parents wouldn't buy me like a nice, like a Burton snowboard or anything. So I had to get one off Craigslist for like $20, and it was covered in a radio station sticker from when I lived in Minneapolis. Like somebody like decorated it with all these stickers.
Pretty cool.
And I know, and I used to tell them that they sponsored me, and that I would like fall all the way down the hill. I would tell people that I was sponsored, and I was a sponsored athlete.
Yeah, it's one of my endorsers, Q101. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, so it's pretty bad out there. In fact, Nicole wanted to check in from Lions right now to just kind of give a message to all of our crew members out there. So Nicole's joining the show right now. Nicole, ahoy, welcome in.
Oh, ahoy. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning.
It is really bad. I work in West Elgin, so, I have a 43-mile commute. and I had to turn around because I couldn't even see. Like, if you drive, like, where there's no lights, it looks like you're, like, in Star Wars, and there's,
It's
like,
nuts.
stars, but you can't see anything. So it's, like, really slippery out here, and it's pretty dangerous.
Okay, that's right. That's your hood, right, Kenzie?
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah.
And then we just got a text in from Justin, and he was like, hey, I plow in your guys' area. Like, he's like, plows in Elgin. That's his job, I guess. And he goes, we're screwed.
Jeez.
So, girl, you go
Is
home.
that what you want to hear?
Justin needs to go home.
Well, if he's got a plow, why doesn't he go pick up you first at your house and then go over to Nicole and then plow you guys all the way in?
Oh, yeah, that would be ideal. We'll get like an escort, a plow escort instead of a police escort.
That'd be sweet.
Tag me along. Yeah, it's really dangerous, you guys. Tell your listeners to be super careful. Like, I just turned a corner and my car just flipped around. So, good time.
Oh, no. So you're in your car right now?
Yeah, I had to turn around. I'm waiting for my boss to call me back because I didn't even make it to the highway.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Wait, where's Justin, Justin the snowplower? Text back in exactly where you are so you can go get Nicole out of there and get her home.
We're out here saving lives. This is going to be the show all day. Let's just save people. If you're stuck, we'll try to connect you with a plow.
Yeah, Justin, we'll give you a sticker or something. We'll give you a Q101 sticker for doing all that.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And before we get to the fact that makes your brain just go, a lot of people checking in. Winter storm warning, obviously. And Kenzie is out in Elgin right now.
I am.
Yeah. So we tried to get a snowplow Justin to go pick her up and drive her in, but he says, hell nah, shift change at 7. I'll be in bed by 7:05. So our guy Justin, the snowplower out there in Elgin, your area, Kenzie, has been plowing all night already, or at least dropping salt before. Do you know when the snow started out there in Elgin?
I mean, I set my normal alarm clock for work, which is like 3:20 or so, and we had a lot of snow by the time I woke up.
Wow.
So it's been on and kicking for a hot minute.
Yeah. Well, like I said, in the city, it's now coming down, but about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, there was like almost just nothing, just like some little flurries. So at least in the downtown region and the north side where I'm at. So it is really, really bad. People are checking in all left and right. A lot of the plowers, and Timmy checked in. I plowed the city of Wheaton. We have 6 inches already down in Wheaton. I'm drifting around corners in a 60,000-pound plow truck.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Who weighs those?
I don't
How do
know.
you know?
That's a good question.
I don't know how you find that out.
That's the thing you're curious about?
I'm sorry, it's the first thing that came into my mind. How do you weigh that?
Hey, I got to admit, I want to know, too. Is there a big truck weight thing? So that says where we're at right now and why you should stay home, absolutely, if you can, because it's only going to get worse, and going home later on is going to be really, really bad. There's accidents just littered all over the highways and a lot of the streets. We'll get to a traffic update in a second. But
Well,
again,
Rich texted in, too, from unincorporated Elgin, which I don't know what that means. And he says he works for Groot, Pickup, Naperville, and they've been out since 5, like last night, since 5.
Yep.
And they're pulling all the trucks off the roads. And he's like, shout out to all the Groot drivers because it's, super dangerous.
Huh, Groot.
I don't know what a Groot driver is either.
Well, I just did a quick Google search there. First off, I thought of Guardians of the Galaxy when I heard Groot.
I know.
So they all look like Groot that are driving plow trucks.
That'd be so cute.
Can you imagine looking over the plow truck and Groot's driving it?
There's no way he can weigh them.
Oh, my
So
God.
tiny.
Well, Groot is a waste management services company, so I assume they also have tons of plow trucks to make money during these times.
Well, I wonder though. So I was wondering that. That's my question for today. So today is our garbage pickup day, and I'm like, there's no way they're coming. Do you not pick up garbage? Do the drivers get off on insane snow days?
I would think those banana peels are going to be there till next week.
That's fine. They're frozen solid. I can make banana bread with those.
Yeah, go back.
I can go back and use them now.
All right, stay home, stay safe. It's the best, and we're here for you all the way through. So we'll be your entertainment by you just sitting at home chilling out, because you can listen on your smart speaker, on the app, Q101.com. There's so many ways to listen to Q101, not just your damn radio in your car. Now, coming up in this fact that makes your brain go, we'll tell you in just about 5 minutes why your next paycheck is going to have more money on it than normal, even though you didn't get a raise, even if you got maybe a decrease in pay. Next paycheck's going to have more money coming up in 5 minutes.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Okay, winter storm warning in the area. Stay home as we keep giving you updates of our crew members checking in, including snowplow drivers out there killing it for you, and they're actually wiping up off the road. So that's how bad it is. And boy, Kenzie, so Kenzie's out in Elgin right now broadcasting, and Kenzie, I just looked out the window here. I was saying earlier how downtown isn't getting hit like you are. We are now. It is.
Yeah.
It is sideways wind. It is stacked up at least a couple inches already, and it's no joke.
And so that's what I was experiencing at like 3:30ish when I texted you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna send Case out there like those Weather Channel people.
To Elgin? You're gonna send him to Elgin?
No, right out front here. No, he's
Oh,
not.
I was like, you guys just have me do it?
No,
if you,
no. Well, if you
need something.
If you want to get your old Burton snowboard out there and get out and do a little video for that, you can do that as well.
Oh yeah.
But
that's great. Let me snowboard. I have 9 months pregnant.
Well, we'll send Case on the street, just getting kind of whipped away, like, yeah, thanks, Brian. It's really rough out here, guys, and it's we got 2 inches of snow, and they're always blowing over, trying to
Well, I don't know if you know this, but I used to have to do that because I was a TV news reporter when I was in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And I remember like them sending you out. Like they're like, oh, it's a snowstorm. So you have to go do a report about how nobody should be where you're going to be. And I hated it. And they would buy the worst work vehicles. Like when you work in news, you take work vehicles because that way they're labeled. So when you're in areas that cops may like restrict and stuff, they know that you're with news, right? And I vividly remember them shutting down like all these roads because they were hilly, and they're like, well, it's super dedicated to go down hills right now. And then they sent me down the hill, and the car went sideways. I just took my hands off the wheel and went down the hill sideways.
Oh, my God.
Until I reached the bottom. I'm like, okay, I don't know.
Oh, man.
So bad.
Well, listen, we're going to give just another quick traffic report because I'm getting a lot of check-ins from Indiana. 65 is backed up all the way. And I mean, like, probably all the way to Indianapolis at this point. And the Dan Ryan and the merge, everything is red right now. And there's not even that many people on the road. It's just taking that long to move. So if you can help it, don't go anywhere this morning. Just another reminder we're going to give you because this is no joke. This is not the Tuesday jerk-off weather forecast. This is like the real deal. It is really happening.
Tuesday jerk-off? Is that the name of our Tuesday show? This isn't like our normal Tuesday jerk-off show.
Well, I was talking about the TV people that told you it was going to be bad, not us. But yeah, sure, we're the Tuesday jerk-offs.
We're the Tuesday jerk-offs.
We need a jingle for that.
Tuesday jerk-offs.
Tuesday jerk-offs. All right, back to the fact that makes your brain go. This is the good news of the day on why your next paycheck, which for us, I think it's next Friday, right? Where we already have paid last Friday. So next Friday is going to be bigger than normal. Why? Because it maybe didn't get a raise or anything. You're like, why am I going to get more money? Well, the IRS adjusted tax brackets for 2024 based on inflation. So if you're making the same as last year, but only got even if you got a cost of living bump, you may even have more money going in this next paycheck because that didn't happen yet this year, obviously. So they made that adjustment on inflation. Now, I tried to find the numbers to see the different percentages.
How does that work? Like is it a requirement to pay people more because of inflation? Because I feel like that's never happened to me before.
Well, for example, let's do like a tax rate for a salary. So let's say you make $100,000. I'm just going by how they break it down. $100,525 a year. You're in a 24% tax bracket. And it goes up to like people that make $243,000, or even if you make $11,000 a year, you're in a 12% tax bracket if you make $11,000 a year. But you're in a 35% tax bracket if you make $243,000 or more, and then it doubles if you're a married couple in the house too on those salaries. So the percentages of what they're going to take has been adjusted and changed out of your existing money because of inflation. Does that make sense?
Okay, kind of.
Well, so you'll be taking home more. Like
I glazed over halfway through.
I'm sorry.
You're throwing a lot of numbers.
I am not a math guy, and if there was an accountant out there sitting at home so you can't get to work because we're getting into tax season here that knows better than I do and can explain it, please call up at 312-591.
We're getting very close to no accountants listening to us for about 3 months. So now's the time to ask an accountant a question.
What do they say the guy says in the breakup in January? We call this the silly season.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, they're actually working. They're all super busy.
You know who should have higher paychecks on the next paycheck?
Plow-
is the amount of garbage drivers texting in right now. Because I was like, does that happen? Are they going to cancel today? Insanity. They are all out right now, like collecting garbage in this. This is nuts.
Well, Kenzie,
they deserve it.
Yeah, Kenzie asked that question because she saw, or the guy said a Groot truck is out. That's Waste Management. And they have plow trucks, obviously, too. But Spencer checked in from Arlington Heights. We're out. And Arlington Heights is an S show right now, him trying to pick up garbage. Just
A snow show.
Come on, guys. Guys, they should be able to go home. I mean, I know garbage is bad and it smells, but in the cold, it won't smell.
It won't smell.
It'll be fine. Let these guys go sleep a day and not risk their
I
their
think that
trucks.
they're nervous, though, because somebody messaged in about how if they don't get it done by a certain time, like all the snowplows are going to knock over garbage cans.
Oh,
And I wouldn't have even thought of that.
I wouldn't have either.
This is why I'm not president. You know what I mean? These decisions.
Well, there's other reasons that you're not
No,
president.
just that.
Just that, yeah.
That's the only one.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And yes, the winter storm warning has hit pretty much all areas of our listenership. Wherever you can hear us, you're getting hit. Even I mentioned Rensselaer, Indiana, which is about 100 miles from downtown.
Sounds so violent. If you're listening, you're getting hit.
You're getting hit. You guys know when I do traffic how I love chaos and tragedy. And that's
What?
I get kind of excited by it. I don't know. Maybe
That's horrible.
maybe I should
thing
have-
to say to people. Like,
Well, like one of those journalists that would say something like, the hurricane's hitting and homes are being destroyed. I kind of would like to be that guy sometimes to say those things.
you're sick in the head.
I didn't say I wasn't. Just say a little bit, maybe.
Why do
but-
you want to say that?
No, I want to be the real journalist and deliver the news like that.
Oh, you want to be a real journalist. You want to be a real boy.
When I was in college, they tried to say you could be one of those TV guys, and I was like, nah, I want to play Metallica. And maybe I picked the wrong choice. I don't know.
Okay. Well, neither of those really panned out. You didn't get Metallica or news.
Well, Anthony checked in from Rensselaer, Indiana, says they've already got 3 inches of snow. So that's about 100 miles from downtown. Let's say in Indiana, southeast of here. Kenzie is 40 miles northwest of here in Elgin, where you got almost a foot. He said right now it's getting to that range.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because we still had build up from Tuesday, so it's for sure over a foot now. But it's probably snowed at least 6 inches this morning.
Yeah. It's amazing how many people are checking in. Like we got the union people checking in, the pipe fitters, the people that had to get out there and do this. And it's amazing these people that are getting on their jobs and going to do them when they have to today. Just be super, super careful. It's an hour and a half anywhere going into downtown on the highways. We'll give another traffic update in a second. But first, a reminder of our conversation yesterday where we talked about what was going on in Wilmette, where there was a McDonald's going up in an old Baker Square location on Skokie Boulevard. And the town, at least some people in the town, are really upset because it's going to have a drive-through.
Oh my God.
Here's one of the Karens up there talking about it on the news.
Once that precedent is set, every other fast food restaurant is going to want to drive through in Wilmette.
And the outcry.
First off, fast foods that don't have a drive-through is the worst thing ever. And
Well, it's not new.
Yeah.
What do you mean, now we're setting a trend? What
Yeah.
do you, it's the whole purpose?
right, the drive-through is a new invention, but we went into this in detail, and the podcast is available at Q101.com and, of course, on our socials. But it got into a crazy discussion, which led to talking about Arby's somehow. And Kenzie went to Arby's in defense of Arby's. And
Yeah, I went to bat for Arby's because I had enough.
And put a great picture up. I didn't think you were going to go after the show yesterday, but you went there and actually got to Arby's and enjoyed yourself.
Yeah, it was because Arby's is incredible, and you should see the comments because first off, some people are very mad at Arby's in the comments, and some people are they understand, they also love it, but it was crazy how many people commented and were like, you know what, I have to give it another try. It's been a while. Because I'm like, you're forgetting how hard Arby's slaps. The Jamocha shakes, the jalapeno poppers, the mozzarella sticks, the beef and cheddar, the Arby's sauce. You don't understand. Okay, it's the variety of life when you walk up in there. I'm not going to name names, but there are quite a few fast food chains where you go and you really only technically have one option. Okay, and
Right.
I'm not going to slander anybody. I'm not going to say what it is.
No, you're not that kind of person.
You know what I'm saying? But I like a little variety. I like knowing that if I'm in the mood for a market fresh sandwich or a beef and cheddar or a gyro or that, like, everything's going to be provided, okay? All the options.
A lot of choices. A lot of choices.
I know. And then somebody was like, do you have enough ketchup? And I'm like, first off, put some respect on me and the Arby's sauce. Obviously, I didn't come to Arby's and grab ketchup, okay? What do I look like, an idiot?
Clearly.
Obviously.
I mean, no, you don't look like an idiot. I mean, clearly you knew what you were doing.
I know. I'm like, it's not my first rodeo. Settle down.
Right.
Jeez Louise.
It's a hilarious conversation that we had yesterday. And again, go to the podcast, Q101.com, to dig deeper into it with what's going on there in Wilmette. Just about the discussion of adding a drive-thru is going to ruin a neighborhood. And it's not.
That's odd.
It's also near a rec center, a pool, and an elementary school.
I
It's
just
exactly
feel
where
like
it should be.
It seemed like a very... And I could be wrong. I didn't get to see everybody, correct?
Yeah.
But the people complaining about it seem to have a really bougie energy, if that makes sense. And I'm like, are you mad about... I'd imagine there's a Starbucks drive-thru in that neighborhood, and I wonder if you're mad about that.
Yeah, it is Wilmette, and it's a small contingency. And listen, when you fight for something in your neighborhood you don't want there, you should get out and fight for it. But I think this one's a little ridiculous. Having a McDonald's to be able to get fries right from the pool sounds a dream of I had when I was a child. So check it out, again, on our socials and at Q101.com for the podcast. We'll get to sports in a second. Will Michael Jordan be appearing tonight at the Ring of Honor at the Bulls game? The Bulls-Warriors games, talked about this all week, and face Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen's ex-wife dating Michael Jordan's daughter. We'll get to that in a second. First, it's Gil Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Kevin Hart has a private chat group with Tom Cruise. The messages are always short. The participants even shorter. Samsung unveiled an AI robot companion for pets. It's perfect for pet owners who care about their animals, but not really. Rob Zombie turns 59 today. As usual, he'll throw himself a birthday party, but his wife will be the star. And Gwen Stefani posted a video tour of her garden. The focal point was Blake Shelton passed out in a pile of PBR empties. This is not headline news.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.